When Joe and Sheena first started dating, they were arguing a lot.
My relationship with Sheena was wonderful in the beginning. But 8 months in, Sheena decided that my kids weren't for her.
Joe had 3 children from a previous marriage. She always felt like the kids hated her. Needless to say, that's going to start creating some tension between them.
Sheena would say horrible things about my kids, horrible. Like, I wish they weren't here. I hate your kids. As a dad, it disturbed me tremendously. I broke up over this, but I always felt that I could make it work.
Joe would call me and discuss these arguments with me, and I didn't really understand why, but it really got to a point where Sheena got mad at me for being involved in their relationship.
He would be trying to get me to almost act as a middleman. He wasn't really asking me for advice, but he was confiding in me for information about how to handle an argument between him and my daughter. And I just always thought it was odd.
There was an argument between me and Sheena at her apartment. Sheena got loud, got outspoken about the children, and I took offense to it. She actually started punching the door, slamming the door, and her mother restrained her, pulled her away where I could get out the door.
I never witnessed Sheena and Joe actually like screaming and yelling at one another. I heard about those issues, but I never myself witnessed them.
I was frustrated, even contemplating ending the relationship once again.
But instead of ending the relationship, Joe whisked Sheena away to a nearby resort island. It was the last place she would be seen alive.
Sheena and I went to a nice hotel for New Year's Eve. We went out to dinner. She was relaxed. It was a great night. When we got back to the room, I called my son and wished him a Happy New Year. It was a matter of 30 seconds on the phone. I turned around and Sheena was right there. She basically said, "You just our whole night up." She told me that we would never get these kids out of our lives. After she made that comment, she said she just wanted to go to sleep. It was a good 20 minutes. She got up, flipped the light on, and just freaking out. She started screaming, yelling, punching the walls.
There was a 911 phone call that came from the people in the room next door.
Manatee County 911.
We're in the room next door and there's some kind of a domestic thing going on. 2 people over there just screaming and yelling, a woman and a man at each other.
At that point, I was just fed up. I said, "Look, I'm leaving. If you're coming, let's go." She says, "No, I'm not going anywhere with you." And I opened the door and left. When I got downstairs, there was a police car. I didn't want any part of that. So I got in the car and I got out of there.
911, what's emergency?
Hi, my name is Sheena. I was on vacation for the holiday with my fiancé, and he took off with my car keys and my house keys, and he said he was going to destroy my house. I had deputies come out here because he did physically hurt me. He did make me bleed and left claw marks all over me and stuff.
Sheena called me and she kept saying, "How the f*** are you gonna leave me here?" Then she texted me pictures of a scratch on her finger that she showed the cops. And it obviously came from her punching the door. And she took also a picture of the scratch on her neck, which came from when she turned around and I grabbed her shirt. It was one of these times where I said to myself, she's gonna get me in trouble with the law and she knows I didn't do anything. I went home and went to bed. That's the last time I saw Sheena alive.
Well, hours later, Sheena was found hanged in her hotel room shower. Now, Joe claims he drove home and went to bed, but her parents believe he returned to the hotel. So what really happened in the hours after their last fight? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.